Hi everybody, this is Apba Brian, Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you another game. This is going to be a random game. It's going to be the 1971 Baltimore Orioles at the 1971 Pittsburgh Pirates. Earlier this week I made a video talking about a new way to think about basic Apba when you have the master ratings on the sets to include left-right splits. Let's play a game doing that. If you haven't seen that video, you might want to check it out. It's about 19 minutes long. I want to apply that theory to this game where we'll be using basic Apba and two sets that include the master ratings. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Here's your starting lineups. First for the Orioles, Buford in left field, Blair in center field, Frank Robinson in right field. Brooks Robinson at third base, Boog Powell first base, Dave Johnson second base, Belanger shortstop, Elrod Hendricks is the catcher, and Jim Palmer on the mound. For the Pirates, Dave Cash at second base, Al Oliver in center field, Roberto Clemente in right field, Willie Stargell's in left, Bob Robertson's at first base, Manny Stanguien's the catcher, Richie Hebner at third base, Gene Elliott at shortstop, and Steve Blass on the mound. Here we go. We're ready to begin. Don Buford steps into the box, and Steve Blass makes his first offering, which is a 5-6, and that is a swing and a miss, strike three, 1 out. We're going to be looking at the bottom of the cards to get the hitter's adjustments. That's the master ratings. Blass is a right-handed pitcher. He is a grade B-Y pitcher. And Paul Blair, is a right-handed hitter. So we'll be looking at the right side of the slash, -3. We'll raise Blass pitching grade to an A while he pitches to Blair, 2-4. Is another swing and a miss. Great start for Steve Blass. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts. Here is Frank Robinson. And we're looking at the right-hand side of that slash. It's a -2. So no effect. Blass is a B pitcher, 62. Swing and a miss, strike three. Steve Blass strikes out 3 Orioles in a row to start this game. Let's go to the bottom of the first. 0-0, and the Pirates coming to bat. Jim Palmer on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. He was 20-9 in 1971. Grade B pitcher with a Y strikeout modifier. He throws from the right side. Right-handed hitter. Dave Cash steps up to the box. And my little stands are going to be kind of hard to see these slashes a bit. He's an 82. Doesn't affect the pitching grade of Palmer. And 21 is a fly ball to right field. Frank Robinson's giving measure, and he pulls out of the sky, 1 down. Al Oliver, +1 against righties, so that's not going to change Palmer's pitching grade. 4-6 is a 30. That's hit to the left side. And Don Buford is manning territory in left field. He makes the catch, 2 outs. Roberto Clemente, -4 on the against right-handed pitchers. So Palmer becomes an A pitcher pitching to Clemente. 3-2 is a 26. Baltimore, by the way, is fielding column 1, while Pittsburgh is fielding column 2. That's a roller to second base. Davey Johnson throws to Boog Powell at first. That's the 3rd out. So, like the Orioles, it's 3 up and 3 down for the Pirates. We go to the top of the 2nd, no score. Brooks Robinson steps in for the Orioles. The Oriole third baseman. He had 20 home runs and 272 and 71. His splits don't change the pitching grade of Steve Blass. So here is the pitch for 1. Ground ball to shortstop. Gene Elliott scoops, throws across the diamond. 1 down. Here's Boog Powell. He is a left-handed batter. Boog Powell had a little bit of an off year. It seemed like he was really on top of his game every other year, but he had 256 with 22 homers in 71. He is a left-handed batter. 6-6 rolls, a drive by Boog Powell. It might be, it could be, it is out of here, and the Orioles are on the board with the first hit of the game. Baltimore 1 and Pittsburgh nothing. Davey Johnson. Doesn't affect the pitching grade. 6-6 roll for Davey Johnson. Back-to-back blows by the Orioles. They're up 2-0. Bang, zoom, and it's boom, boom for the Orioles. 2 straight home runs. Baltimore 2 now, and Pittsburgh nothing. And the crowd is stirring. They're not happy. Here's Mark Belanger. Not much chance to go back-to-back here. He hit 0 home runs in 1971. And he does not affect the pitching grade. 1-5 is an 8 against a B pitcher. Fly ball to center field. Al Oliver is under it and makes the grab for the second out. Elrod Hendricks, Baltimore catcher. And Hendricks is a +1. That won't change the pitching grade. Did I read the right side of? Yeah, I did. Hendricks rolls a 4-2. That's a 22. Hit on the ground at first base. Bob Robertson makes the scoop and flips to Steve Blass covering for the third out. But the Orioles have a loud second inning with 2 home runs. It's Baltimore 2 and Pittsburgh nothing. Willie Stargell, a left-handed batter, will lead off for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he is hurting on the left side. Or right side. We were to look at the right side, +5, so it's a plus. Remember in the instruction video I gave earlier this week, we divide the right side numbers by 5 to see if a grade level has changed. So Palmer goes down to letter C, pitching to Willie Stargell. 4-4 roll to Stargell is a hit column roll for Wilver Stargell. And the second column roll, 25, is a drive by Stargell. It might be, it could be, it is out of here, a home run for Willie Stargell, puts the Pirates on the board. 3 runs in the game, 3 blasts. Willie Stargell is known around Kansas City as the man who hit the longest home run in Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. He did that in an exhibition game. Bob Robertson comes up for the Pirates. -1 doesn't change the pitching grade. That's a fly ball to left field. Don Buford makes the catch, 1 down. And Manny Sanguillen's -4 against right-handers, so Palmer becomes an A pitcher pitching to Sanguillen. 4-2 is a 9 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a line drive over the shortstop, Mark Belanger. First base runner of the game, if you don't count the home runs. Sanguillen's at first. Fast runner at first base. Here is Richie Hebner. 1 down and 1 on. Hebner is not going to change the pitcher's grade. On his splits, 32 is a 26 with man on first. Batter is safe at first. The out's at second base. 4-6. Fielder's choice for Nick Hebner. He's at first now with 2 outs. And Gene Alley doesn't change the pitching split or pitching level. 21 is a fly out to left field, but the Pirates get on the board in the second. They get a home run of their own by Willie Stargell. It's Baltimore 2 and Pittsburgh 1. All right, it's pre-DH day, so the pitchers are going to be hitting, and Jim Palmer steps into the box, facing Steve Blass. Whenever the numbers after the right-hand side of the slash are less than 3, that can change the pitching grade level. 32 is a 26. That's a ground ball to second base. Dave cashes up with it and throws out the Oriole pitcher at first base. 1 down. Top of the order, and Don Buford, a switch hitter. He's -1. -1 doesn't change the pitcher's grade level. 6-6 roll for Buford, and that's going to be a drive. Single column cart. It might be. It could be. It's out of here. A home run, third home run hit by the Orioles. It's home run derby day here in Pittsburgh. Baltimore 3 and Pittsburgh 1. Forgot to change the inning. It's the third inning. Here's Frank. Here is Paul Blair. -3, so Blast becomes a grade A pitcher, pitching to Blair. 52 is a 25. That has an X by Blast's strikeout modifier is a Y, so it's going to be a ground out to second base. 2 outs for the Orioles. And Frank Robinson. I just noticed Paul Blair's nickname. I love that on Apba cards, Motormouth. I had a girlfriend in high school that had that very same nickname, Motormouth. She had something to say about everything. Frank Robinson, 3-5 is a 42. Pittsburgh's a fielding column 2, and that's going to be a hit by a pitch ball. Don't rub it, Frank. As you go to first base with 2 outs, fast runner at first, and here is Brooks Robinson. Steve Blast better keep it in the ballpark here. This will be a 2-run home run if Brooks Robbie gets a hold of one. 92 doesn't change it, so Blast is a grade B pitcher. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. That'll close out the inning as soon as Willie Stargell catches it. He's got it. The Orioles add a run on the Don Buford home run. Baltimore 3 and Pittsburgh 1. All right, Steve Blast, the Orioles pitcher, will start this game, or this inning off. Doesn't change Palmer's pitching grade. 6-5 is a pop-up behind home plate. Elrod Hendricks gives chase back by the screen and makes the grab, 1 down. Top of the order, and Dave Cash, who flew out the right first inning. 4-4 to Cash is going to be a base hit, a single for Dave Cash. Cash is a fast runner at first. Here's Al Oliver, who might be a candidate for a hit and run. Let's see. It's got 231s, it's not 3. 282 hitter. I think we'll start the runner. Jim Palmer, knowing that something might be up, is watching the base runner at first closely. Steps off. Steps back on. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. 3-4 is a fly ball to center field, or it's going to get down in right center field. The base hit, that's at 31 on the hit and run play. And runners are on first and third for the Pirates. None of the corners with only 1 out. Orioles elect to play their infield back. They're looking for a double play. It's going to be tough to double up Clemente, but that's the way they play it. Here's the roll, 6-3. Clemente raises Palmer's grade by 1 to an A. 31 is a fly ball to center field. Deep enough for Cash. He tags up and will score. So it's a sacrifice fly, driving in the runner at third. Score is Baltimore 3 and Pittsburgh 2. 2 outs. Here's Willie Stargell. A +5 will reduce Palmer to a grade C. He homered in the second inning for the Pirates' first run. His pitch to Stargell, 63, is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the third out. Pirates get 1 and close to within 1 run. Baltimore 3 and Pittsburgh 2. As we've been through the Oriole order, there's only one of them that changes the pitching grade. Next 5 or 6 hitters for the Orioles do not change or affect the pitching grade of the right-hander Steve Blast. Boog Powell leads off for the Orioles. He homered his first time up to get the Orioles on the board. 3-4 is a fly ball deep to center field. Al Oliver is giving chase. He's back by the track and makes the catch. 1 down. Boog gave it a ride, but it wasn't enough. Here is Dave Johnson. 54 is a fly ball to the right side. That's Clementi's territory, and he is a sure fielder out there in right field. He makes the catch. Mark Belanger, the batter for the Orioles now. 3-3 roll for Belanger is a base hit. The tall, skinny shortstop for the Orioles becomes a base runner. There's 2 outs. Elrod Hendricks is the batter. He has some power, 300 at-bats with 9 homers. Blast might walk him in the pitch to Palmer. That would put a runner in scoring position. Should Palmer accidentally hit the ball. Nickel pitch to Hendricks. Here's the pitch to Hendricks. 2-5 is a 9 against a B. That's going to be an infield hit for the catcher, Elrod Hendricks, and he's saying you should have walked me. First and second, Orioles with 2 outs. Here is Jim Palmer. Pitch from Blast to Palmer, 2-2 roll. That's an 8, though. Again, let's see, first and second. I think that might be a base hit off 8. First and second. No, it's not. Against the B pitcher, that's going to be a ground out to third base. And that will end the inning. Well, they made contact, just couldn't get it through the infield. Orioles strand 2 runners on. They don't score in the 4th. It's still 3-2 Baltimore. All right, Baltimore comes up with Robertson, Sanguin, and Hebner due to bat. Alley, if anybody gets on. The only one that changes the pitching grade would be Sanguin. So here's Robinson, and Palmer is a B pitcher pitching to Bob Robertson. 3-5 is a 14. That's going to be the first walk by either pitcher in the game. Robertson takes first. There was a hit batter earlier. Robinson's a slow runner at first base. Pirates will play it safe with a runner at first. Manny Sanguin, and he is a -4, so Palmer becomes an A pitcher here. The negatives on the batter's card mean you favor the pitcher, the pluses favor the hitters. 6-1 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3, he strikes out Sanguin. Sanguin makes the U-turn back to the dugout. Dick Hebner grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. No change to the pitching grade. 6-5 off Hebner's card is a 35. And that's going to be a foul out to the catcher. Elrod Hendricks, that's now 2 outs, runner at first. And Gene Alley, 227 hitter in 1971. Right out the left his first time up. Here's the pitch. 3-5 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Jim Palmer works his way pretty easily through the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. 3-2 Baltimore. Okay, Palmer made the last out in the 4th inning, so we'll lead off with Don Buford, the top of the order. For the Orioles, Buford is 1 for 2. He's homered and struck out. No change to the pitching grade. 1-6 is a 28 grounded to the shortstop. Gene Alley throws to Bob Robertson at first, and Buford is retired. Close play at first. 1 out. Here's Motormouth, Paul Blair. One time when I saw the Orioles playing at Municipal Stadium, the A's in Municipal Stadium when the games were over allowed the fans to exit the ballpark walking along the warning track to exit in the field. And so you got to get close to the players at those moments. And one time I was just behind and right next to Paul Blair, and I looked at him as a small kid. I said, boy, that guy looks like an athlete. No body fat on him. Here's a pitch to Paul Blair. 1-6 is another roller to the shortstop. Handled. And now there's 2 outs. Here's Frank Robinson, 281 hitter with 28 home runs in 1971. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. No change to the pitching grade. 4-6 is another ground ball to shortstop. Gene Alley passes the test. He throws out Frank Robinson all 3 plays. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 Baltimore. All right, if Palmer is careful, he gets to get it out here early on. He's got the pitcher due up first. And then the top of the order, Cash and Oliver to follow. No change to the pitching grade here. 4-6 is a 29. That's a roller. Dribble back to the pitcher, Palmer, who throws to Boog Powell at first base. One away. Top of the order, and Dave Cash, he's 1-4-2. 2-2 roll is a 7 at the base hit for Dave Cash. And Dave Cash is now 2-for-3 in the game. Pirates have speed at first base. Al Oliver. They had this in the third inning, and Oliver executed a hit and run play in the third. Rolling swing away. He's got 14 home runs on the season. 2-6 is a fly out to right field. 2 outs. So they didn't hit and run. It ended up being an unproductive out. Here's Bob Clemente, who raises Palmer's grade, his -4 on the right side, makes Palmer an A pitcher. 1-4 is a fly out to left field. That's it for the Pirates in the fifth. We go to the top of the sixth, the Orioles 3 and the Pirates 2. Steve Blass was the Pirates' ace pitcher in 1971. He won 15 games, 2.85 ERA. He's also a longtime broadcaster of Pirates baseball games. Here is Brooks Robinson leading off for the Orioles. Brooks is 0-for-2. 6-1 is a fly out to Bob Clemente in right field, 1 out. Boog Powell. I think he's still operating Boog's Barbecue in right field for the Orioles. We were there about half a dozen years ago, and we saw him at his restaurant stand in right field. Here's the pitch to Boog Powell. 21 is a fly out to right field. Clemente makes that play. And the last 2 innings, the Orioles are just picking on a limited number of players. 3 ground balls to Alley in the last inning. Now 2 fly balls to Clemente. Here is Davey Johnson. 5-1 is an 8 against the B pitcher. That's going to be a fly out to Al Oliver in center field. For the third out, Steve Blass is retired 7 in a row. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Baltimore. All right, Willie Stargell splits, changes Palmer's grade to a grade C, Y pitcher. And here's the pitch to Willie Stargell. 1-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Since the home run in the second, Palmer has victimized Stargell by strikeout 2 times in a row now. Here's Bob Robertson. Fly to left and walked. 1-6 is a ground ball to shortstop. Mark Belanger with a smooth scoop and a throw to first. 2 outs. Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen's 1-for-2. 5-2. And there's a change to Palmer's pitching grade. He goes to an A. Now 5-2 is a 27. Ground out to third base. That's Brooks Robinson's first chance in this game. Pirates go down in order. Top of the 7th, Baltimore 3, Pittsburgh 2. Oh, my wife sent me a link about an hour ago on Facebook talking about the Tops traveling truck. Looks like a food truck, but it's all about baseball cards. Will be in my neighborhood tomorrow from 11 to 5. So I might take some video from that to kind of see what that's all about and let you all see what it is. I guess they're supposed to give away baseball cards and do some things. Looking forward to that. We're going to be home this weekend, so I'll make my way over there sometime between 11 and 5, unless I forget. Hope I don't. Here is Mark Belanger leading off the top of the 7th for the Orioles. They're only up by one run. It's a close game. Belanger does not change the pitching grade. 3-5 is a 39. Takes the pitch, and it's called strike. Belanger's not too sure about that. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Belanger. 3-4 is a fly ball to center field. Al Oliver is under it. Makes the grab. 1 down. Elrod Hendricks. 6-4 is a 38. That's a ball. Now Blast is not too sure. 1-0 pitch to Hendricks. 1-4 is a fly ball to the left side. Don Buford races to his left and makes the grab. Not Buford, he's on the bench. Sargent makes the grab. I do that once a game. I get a defender up off the bench to make a play. Here is the pitcher, Jim Palmer, 0 for 2, 2 groundouts. 3-3 roll, that's going to be a base hit for the pitcher, Jim Palmer. He wishes he got that last time. He had 2 men on base last time up. He's made contact, though, all 3 times he's batted. Here's Don Buford with 2 outs and the man at first. Buford's a -1. That doesn't change the pitcher's grade. 3-5 is a base on balls to Don Buford. That's the first walk surrendered by Steve Blass. First and second, 2 outs for the O's. Here's Paul Blair. All right, Blass gets his sign. He goes into the stretch. Here's the offering. 2-6 is a 27. Ground ball to third. He goes a short way to second base. 5-4. 3 outs. The Orioles are retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time. Baltimore Orioles 3, Pittsburgh 2. All right, Jim Palmer is ready to pitch to 31 batters before he reaches his fatigue point. And he's still a ways away. He has faced 24 batters, so he may have a couple more strong innings left. Batting for Pittsburgh is Dick Hebner. Now, Blass's card doesn't have the batter's face, so my home rules, I go with the 7th inning. When 2 bad things happen to him, his fatigue goes down, and he did have 2 bad things happen to him, so now he's past his fatigue point. We might consider a reliever. He's due to bat third in this inning. He's pitched well. It's going to be Hebner, Alley, and then Blass for the bottom of the 7th inning. All right, the Gravedigger, Richie Hebner, steps into the box. -1 doesn't change Palmer's pitching grade. 3-6 is a 12. It's a ground ball to the Hall of Famer at third base, Brooks Robinson. He makes the play, 5-3. 1 out. Gene Alley is a -1 adjustment on his batting splits. Doesn't change Palmer. 3-5 is a swing and miss, strike 3 for Alley. He has struck out 2 out of 3 times today. All right, that will be all for Steve Blass. He's going to be pinch hit for by Rennie Stennett. Stennett is a +2 against right-handed pitcher, so he doesn't change the pitching grade, but he is a 353 hitter for the Pirates. So they're hoping he gets on. He's got some speed. 1-3 is a base on balls. He does get on. That gives Dave Cash a chance to bat. He would be a good hit and run card, but there's only 3. There's already 2 outs. There are 331s on his card. Not hitting or running. Here's a pitch to Dave Cash. 1-2 is a 25. Grounded to Davey Johnson, who flips to Belanger covering for the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It's the Orioles 3 and the Pirates 2. Pittsburgh's not messing around here with their bullpen. They're going to bring in Bob Miller, AC pitcher, 1.64 ERA. He is a right-hander with no modifiers. And Frank Robinson is his first assignment here at the top of the 8th inning. Frank Robinson's looking for his first hit. It's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch. Here's the pitch to Frank Robbie. 3-3 roll. That's a 5. Line the opposite way over the head of the first baseman, Bob Robertson, down the line and into the corner. It rose. Frank Robinson will settle into second base with a leadoff double for the Orioles. Chance to extend their lead here. Here is Brooks Robinson. -2 doesn't change the pitching grade. Bob Miller goes into the stretch. Here's the delivery. 54 is a fly ball hit to right field. Roberto Clemente is under it, and it's not very deep. No runner's going to advance here. 1 out. Boog Powell. Boog homered in the second inning. John Wesley Powell is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. 5-6 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Boog Powell takes the U-turn back to the Oriole dugout. It's up to Davey Johnson to cash in on that double by Frank Robinson. Davey Johnson's 1 for 3 with a home run. 2-2 roll is a 7. That's a single to right field, checking both columns, the A column and the C column. Base hit, driving in Frank Robinson. RBI for Davey Johnson. The Orioles take a 4-2 lead over the Pirates here in the 8th inning. Here's the blade, Mark Belanger, 1 for 3. 3-4 is a fly out to center field. The Orioles score in the 8th, extend their lead to 4-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. All right, Jim Palmer is still out there for the Orioles. He now has pitched to 28 batters, so the third batter is his fatigue point in this inning, and then 2 bad things happen to him. His grade level goes down 1 level. Al Oliver will lead off for the Pirates. Clemente and Stargell following. That's the middle of the meat of their order. Pirates have a steeper hill to climb. They're now down by 2, but the lumber company can't do it. Here's the pitch to Al Oliver. 3-4 is a fly ball to center field. Paul Blair makes the grab, 1 down. Here's Bob Clemente. And again, he's a -4 against right-handed pitchers, so Palmer becomes an A pitcher. 1-5 is a base hit by Clemente. Singles to right field. Clemente will get the tying run to the plate. And that's Wilver Stargell, who homered in the second inning. He has struck out twice since then. Stargell is -5, or let's see, he's +5 on the right side of that slash. So Palmer goes down to a grade C, pitching to Wilver Stargell. Timeout. All right, I think that's going to be the end of the line for Jim Palmer. All right, manager Earl Weaver wants to bring in a left-hander to pitch to Willie Stargell. Stargell, on the left side of his card, is a -11 against lefties. So divide that by 5. That's 2 pitching levels, two pitching grades. And Grant Jansen is a grade C pitcher. He'll be the new pitcher for Baltimore. X or Y and Z modifiers. But the C will go to a grade A while pitching to Stargell. He goes up 2 levels. There's 1 out. Clemente is at first. Here's the pitch to Willie Stargell. 6-2 is a 22. Jackson pitching Stargell inside, 2 inside, hits Stargell. Earl Weaver's not too happy. The Pirates have the tying run at first and the potential go-ahead run and the powerful Bob Robertson. We're looking at the left side of the slash now. It's a -1. That doesn't change Jackson. He goes back to his normal C grade. Here's the pitch to Bob Robertson. 5-4 is a fly ball to right field. Runners hold. The ball is caught by Frank Robinson. 2 outs. Here's Manny Sanguian. All right, well, Weaver pops out of the dugout again. He's going to make another pitching change. This time he's going to bring in Earl Watt, the reliever. He is a right-hander. Pitching grade is a B, Y, Z modifiers. But Sanguian against right-handers is a -4. So Watt will be a grade A pitching to Manny Sanguian. Now, normally in basic Apba, when you bring in a reliever in the middle of an inning, not starting an inning, if you have differences on the sides that they operate from, Watt right-hander pitching, left-hander. You wouldn't change the grade level, but Watt pitching to a right-hander, you would raise his grade by 1 level. I ignore that now that I'm using the system of left-right splits. So anyway, Watt is right-handed, Sanguin is right-handed, but he's -4, so we'll raise Watt's grade to an A, pitching to Sanguin. 1-5 is a 7. That's a single to left field. Clemente will score from second. Stargell goes to second. RBI for Sanguin is 4-3. Orioles' lead is trimmed by 1. I don't really play it safe. I didn't say this when I started the game, but I almost always say, my safe runners, I play it safe on the base pass. Sometimes with 2 outs, I'll say I'm not playing it safe, but by default, I like to play that way. Safe runners play it safe on the base runners pass. So Stargell is at second. Sanguin's at first. That run is charged actually to Jim Palmer, who started this inning. So that closes the book on Palmer. He gives up 3 earned runs and 7 1/3. Brent Jansen is responsible for the runner at second. Richie Hebner steps into the box. Doesn't change the pitching grade. Eddie Watt is a B pitcher. And 3-5 is a 14. It's a Z, and he has a Z control rating, so 2 balls, no strikes. 4-6 is a swing and miss, strike 3. Pirates get to within 1. We go to the top of the 9th. Baltimore 4 and Pittsburgh 3. Bob Miller remains in the contest for Pittsburgh. He's a grade AC pitcher. Elrod Hendricks leads off for the O's. Hendricks is 1 for 3 today. 1-5 is a 8 against an A pitcher. That's going to be an out, grounded to third base. Fielded by Richie Hebner in the throw to first, 1 down. Baltimore is going to stay with Eddie Watt. He will hit for himself and remain in the game to pitch the 9th inning. Here's the pitch to Watt. 3-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Don Buford. 3-5 is a base on balls. Buford draws his second walk in the game. He's been on base 3 times with a homer, 2 walks. Here's Paul Blair. 1-1 roll for Blair. That's a hit column roll, and this might add to the scoreboard. Let's see. 4-6 is a 6. That's going to be a double over first base. Fast runner scores over 2 outs. Any runner scores. So they get that run back. It's 5-3 now on the double by Paul Blair. Frank Robinson. So that a little breathing room for Eddie Watt. There's the pitch to Frank Robbie, 35. Popped up behind third base. Giving chase is the great digger, Richie Hebner, and he makes the catch. That's the 3rd out, but the Orioles put up a tally in the 9th. Baltimore 5 and Pittsburgh 3. Pirates are two runs down. They're at the bottom of the order. Gene Alley, the pitcher, will be a pitch hitter for him. And coming out on deck to hit for the pitcher is Vic Davalillo. And then the top of the order, Dave Cash. Eddie Watt completes his warm-up tosses. Grade B, YZ pitcher, throws from the right side. Gene Alley doesn't change the pitching grade. Here's the pitch to Gene Alley. 4-6 is a 27. Hit on the ground to third base. Brooks Robinson scoops it up and throws to first for the 1st out. 1 down. Now here's the pitch hitter. one of my favorite players in the 1960s, Vic Davalillo. Played most of his years with Cleveland, but he also turned up on the California Angels as well, maybe a couple other teams. Cubs come to mind. But now he's with the Pirates, 285 hitter, pitch hitting. He's a -1 against right-handed pitching, so it doesn't change the pitching grade. Here's the pitch. 6-1 is a fly ball to right field. Frank Robinson is under it and makes the catch. That's 2 down. Last chance. Last call for the Pirates. Dave Cash. 4-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's it for the Pirates. The final score, Orioles 5 and Pittsburgh 3. All right, Baltimore travels to Pittsburgh and they take this contest. They had 5 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Pittsburgh had 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Home runs in the game by Don Buford for the Orioles, Luke Powell and Davey Johnson. For the Pirates, Willie Stargell went deep. Winning pitcher was Jim Palmer. 7 1/3 innings pitch, gave up 3 runs, and the loser was Bob Miller. 2 innings of relief and 2 runs given up. All right, I just wanted to play a random game. Turned out to be a pretty good game. To demonstrate a new way to think about basic Apba, if you want to include left-right splits into your gaming experience with Apba. Ordered off the internet. I ordered something for Status Pro Baseball. So that's coming to the channel. I ordered the 1984 season of Status Pro. Also ordered, the game, but I haven't got the game yet. I got the cards. And it took about 3 hours to cut them out and put everybody in their lineups. But I enjoyed it. Just watched TV while I did it. And now I'm waiting on the game, and when that comes, I'm going to put some Status Pro Baseball on the channel. Hope you'll enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed today's game. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.